Hello everyone, it's me again from the Midwest of USA, and I'm bringing a different kind of video to you today. I've been doing that recently, haven't I? I think I keep telling you the same thing. Yeah, just keep saying the same thing, but I'm happy to be bringing new content to you. But anyway, what's on my desk? If you were with me last year, you probably recognize this. And before we get to what's inside this and what this video is about, we're going to talk a little bit more to the preface it of what this video is about. So, the beginning of this year, New Year's to be exact, Dede Willingham put out a challenge to us based on books written by Lynda Berry. Lynda Berry is an artist who draws and writes in composition book type style. And so I brought up on Pinterest one of her examples. You can find a lot of her work on Pinterest, and it's based on a composition book. You can find composition books all over, in any given stores usually. I know if you're out of the States, you might not be able to find them as easily. And for my video, or if you want to tag along with us or tag along with me, you don't necessarily have to have a composition book. Find a book that's similar in your area and follow along. That's great. I use what you have. But so she's a really well-known artist who sketches and writes. So the preface or the premise of her artistry is that she doesn't just journal and she doesn't just do art. She draws and writes in her journals. So Dede put out a challenge at the beginning of this year that she wanted us to find or get a composition book and find 5 books to inspire us to do a similar type thing in a composition book. I wasn't really keen on taking up the challenge, and I'll tell you why. I'm not a big writer. If you follow me, you know I don't really put words or stickers or any kind of, I don't really write in my journals. My journals are strictly just for art. I art in them. So I'm not a big writer. I don't know what necessarily usually a lot of times to write. It's just not my kind of thing, right? Or it hasn't been really my kind of thing. So I really wasn't really keen on taking up the challenge. I thought it was a great challenge, it just wasn't really something for me. So I kind of put it to the wayside and didn't really do anything with it. And then, if you know Kathy Arbor from our group, she is a fabulous artist and inspires me all the time. And she has been doing this thing, and I'm not sure how long. I'm assuming for quite some time, because she has a journal, and I'll put a link to the video where she shows it. She has a similar type thing where she does a lot of journaling, kind of, I think it's based on a month. It's not really a calendar. It's a journal, and it is got a time premise to it. I think it's based on a month, and it might have some days included in there. She might break it down by day, but it's really, really pretty the way she breaks it down, and she does a lot of writing, and she does a little bit of arting in it too. She makes it pretty. So I loved that, but again, because of all the writing, it really, I really didn't kind of go after that or seeking to, get more information from her on her book or anything like that. But she showed it to us on her stream. And again, like I said, I'll put the link to that video in the description box of this video. It was a live stream, and it's like the first, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 minutes. So you won't have to watch the whole thing, but you'll be able to see parts of her journal. She shows it. And then, so now we're 3 months into the new year, and Shelly Allred is the one that completely inspired me, threw me under the bus, over the fence, into the water, however you want to put it. Shelly Allred, I thank you very much, dear, because you are the one that really pushed me. She has been doing the comic books since, and not necessarily every day, but she's been doing the 2020 comic book challenge since Dede put forth the challenge, and has been posting her pages over on Instagram, and I'll put the hashtag again in the description box for you to follow along with me and us in the group, to where I'm going to be also, if you want to follow me and post pictures, if you follow along, whatnot. She's been posting pictures of her pages. Her pages are so pretty and so cool, and I said, I really want to do that. She made me really, really, really want to do that. Dede is awesome, and she's very inspiring. Lynda Berry, her books are cool and all that. That's great. But it was Shelly that really, and Cass, but Shelly was one that really pushed me over the edge. And I said, I got to figure out a way to be able to do that, because I want to push myself, right? So I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I came up with some ways to make it work for me. But I want to say that this process, it's creative journaling. It's not a junk journal. It's not a scrap journal. It's not a flow journal. It's not a glue book. It's not a smash book. It's not just an art journal. It's not a doodle book or a doodle journal. It's creative journaling. You write and you create art on the same page. And here I will, so again, here's a picture of what Lynda Berry's books, now you can get her books on Amazon, so this is what hers, one of her pages looks like. Again, you can see her work on Pinterest. And then I'll show you on Instagram what one of Shelly's pages looks like. So this is what one of Shelly's pages looks like. Let me see, get the glare out of there. So she has, she's glued some things in, and she's put some stuff all over her page, but then she wrote all over here, all kinds of writing in there. So it's different. Everybody's work is going to be different, but it's creative journaling. It's art and writing at the same time, right? So I said, I've got to figure out a way. So for me, I like doing florals. I like nature and florals and birds, bees, flowers, and the trees, right? That's kind of like my type of art. If you guys have been following me, that's what I paint, that's what I work with, that's what I love, but I don't find that I have that creative flow, that loose floral thing, right? That's one of the things that I wanted to push myself to work on, was loose florals. I can paint, a rose all day long, but I wanted to be a little bit more free. I want to be able to just quickly sketch, a loose little flower, and then color it in, or paint a loose flower, without even pre-drawing it. And I really don't do that much. So I don't really have that practice, right? And I see a couple artists that I like, and they do that all the time, and I'm like, I need to loosen up. I need to be able to I need to be able to do that. So that was one of the things that I wanted to work on. And the next thing I wanted to work on was writing. So I said, well, I'm not a writer. What do I write about? Like my life other than art and, the fibs and, all my artist friends and my grandbabies and grandchildren. And while they coexist in my life, my life is really kind of boring. So I thought to myself, what can I write about? So I said, well, I like quotes, and I like, back, when I was in college and high school, I liked, some poetry. So I said, okay, well, that's what I'll do. I will incorporate writing in, for now, some quotes and poetry. I'll do some loose florals, and I'll tie it together into this creative journaling style, right? So that's what I've done in this book. Now, this book, you can tell that it's not a composition book. It has similar type pages in it. So that's why I chose it number 1. Number 2, I got it last year, and I loved the book, and I created the cover for it, but I hadn't really used it. That's number 2. So this was the book for me. I want to be able to use it and be able to have it completed and be able to look at it later on and just be able to look through my work. I have this book sitting on my desk since, I don't know when there's a stream when I created this, and so it's been at least, I don't know, not 8-9 months maybe, so I love it, and so if this works out for me, I can create more journals like this that are it's just a nice journal. I love it. But then I thought to myself, well, and I have a lot of mishmash of stuff that I would use, but I wouldn't use in my professional art, right? Or I wouldn't use necessarily in my regular journal pages. So bringing all that together, I've got the journal, I've got stuff that I'm gonna utilize on my pages, and then I ordered some other stuff that I got coming. I got a couple books coming, not Lynda Berry books, but I got a couple books coming that I want to incorporate into my pages, and I'll show those on my next video. One's coming tomorrow. I do have a couple pens that I've been using, and I got a couple more coming. I have a white jelly pen and a Uniball pen. I've been using washi tape. That's another item you might want to have. You don't really have to have anything expensive. So you have your composition book, which, you can go to Walmart, Target, they're cheap, right? So, and then glue sticks. So you got washi tape, glue sticks, some pins, your composition book, and some ephemera, magazine cutouts, whatever floats your boat, whatever you're into, right? And pick a theme. If you don't want to pick 5 books to utilize to go off of, Dede's thing, I think hers was writing. She liked, I don't know if it was hieroglyph writing or something like that, or something. I'll put the link to her video in there, and you'll see what she talked about. The 5 books that she chose and why she chose them, and I think it had something to do with writing. So, if you don't want to pick 5 books, pick a topic that you like. I picked mine based on what I wanted to push myself to do. So you got very basic supplies. You have your comp book, you have some pens, washi tape, some glue stick, and then whatever supplies you're going to use, whether it's magazine cutouts, die cuts, whatever have you. And that's where this puppy comes in that I have sorted and got situated for myself. I took, I have a stamper that I'm using to put the dates at, just because I think it looks cool. It doesn't have the year because this is an older one that didn't go into the 2000s, but it does have the day of the dates, right? Then I have this sorted. So this is stuff that I wouldn't necessarily use, again, on my regular art, my regular professional art, right? And then, like, Mama Bond gave me these. I don't ever use them. So if I want to bring in some color on my pages, I can use these. They're water soluble. And then, so I've kind of got this sorted. Like, these are all stickers, and these are mix of Tim Holtz stickers. I've got letters. I've got some more words, or letters, words here, some more words in this envelope. And then I've got some backdrop papers that I'm going to use this as different pieces to write on, right? So I've got this sorted by, you know, this is backdrop paper. And then this package holds all my miscellaneous stuff to glue on the page. And then this package holds all my, you know, animals, birds, butterflies, that kind of thing. And then this package holds all my flowers and leaves and floral type things. And then I have some old calendars that I might pull from. Like today, for today's page, I tore off a piece of this orange paper. But these all have flowers or leaves or something on them that I haven't used and I probably won't use, so I can use little bits of it as whatever. And then I have a package of scrapbook paper that's it's pretty. I don't find myself using it. So I thought, well, I can either cut from it or tear from it for collage fodder, or I can use it to write on as like stationery paper to write on, and then attach to the pages. So that's kind of how I have it sorted. This works for me. Everything's sorted, and you know, that's by top, you know, by kind of like, you know, for my subject matter, and it fits in this little plastic thing. And then the rest of the stuff, like the washi tape, the glue, all this is already on my desk, right? This I can just, you know, I can keep it right in here, put it away, you know, and I'll be doing the videos maybe like once a week, you know, whatever, whenever I can. I'm thinking like once a week. I should be able to, I'm going to push myself to do once a week. If I can squeeze another one in, I will do more, but I'm definitely going to try to push for once a week. So now I don't have a couple, you know, I didn't have the couple of books that I wanted to have. I have one coming tomorrow and one coming next week. I also don't have, I got some more washi tape coming. Surprise, right? And then I have a couple, I have a thing of ink for my fancy pen and another pen that I want to have, and I'll show you when we get into the first page what I'm talking about, and then I'll do a page with you really quick. I've already got the stuff already sorted for today's page, but I wanted to kind of go through everything. And if you have any questions, you know, put them in the comments section, and, you know, I'll go over it with you. But I do hope that, you know, you'll try to, you know, come along the journey with me. Again, don't necessarily follow me, do your own thing, but come along, you know, post on the Instagram if you're on Instagram. If you're not, I hope to inspire somebody else out there. You know, I have almost 900 subscribers, you know, maybe you're looking for some inspiration or something new to do. And I'm hoping that, you know, if we, you know, you'll come along and do this with me, and then you'll find something you like about it, and then it'll become a habit, and then you'll enjoy it, right? Who knows? But this is my first page now. Again, it's very basic. nothing fancy. But this is where, let's see if I can fit it in here. Let's see. Pull out so I can get it all on the page. There we go. Okay. So, again, thank you to Shelly Allred for giving me the inspiration. So what I did here is, I guess I don't even know where to start. So for my loose florals, I just quickly took the black marker from that ink pen set that I had in there, and I just quickly again, I'm not gonna fuss about it. I don't care if it looks like anything. That's part of the rule I'm putting on myself. I'm just quickly sketching something on paper that resembles some sort of foliage or flower or something, to loosen up, to, you know, give myself a challenge, right? So I've been taking some book paper, and those of you that have been following me know that I love book paper. So I'm putting two together with the glue stick, and then I put a really thin coat of clear gesso. I draw it out, I quickly paint it in, nothing fancy. It takes me about, like, I don't know, 5 minutes to do it all, right? Just pick some colors. I've been scraping my palette, not even doing anything fancy with the watercolors. Just picking a couple colors. Whatever's on the bottom of my palette has what's been going down on the paper. Really nothing fancy. And that's my loose floral. And then I take that and I've been attaching it to the page. And then I put one of the sticker quotes on here. The journey is the destination, right? Because that's what it is. That's what art is, and you should enjoy the journey. That's your creativity. Enjoy the process, right? And that's right now is a new process for me. This is something I've never done before. So I'm trying to push myself to do something new. You know, we got to branch out and do something new. And then let's see, so I guess I'll start up here. This is, I probably can't see it, but this is clear vellum with white, like, leafy stuff in the background, so I thought it matched. Now, vellum doesn't really like to stick very much. I only had a couple little pieces, so I figured why not use it. Now this is a blue glue stick, but it dries clear, so I'm not too worried about the blue you see right there. I have to get something stronger. I have to get out my flitter glue to glue that down with. And the noise you're hearing is my grandkids. So if you've been following me long enough, you know I have grandkids. But door's closed, they can't come in. Anyway, and then these are some real leaves that I brought home from Texas. So I glued those down with my flitter glue. And then I have washi tape here. And then I have washi tape here. This is one of the Tim Holtz stickers. And it has Oregon on there. That's my home state. So I just stuck it on there without putting the glue stick on there, but I guess I gotta make sure that I gotta use the glue stick. Maybe the stickers aren't that great on the Tim Holtz package. I don't know. Maybe it's mine because they're old. I don't know. Anyway, so then I did a little doodle border here. I did washi tape there. Here's a quote by Vincent Van Gogh. It says, "If you truly love nature, you will find beauty everywhere." Again, my book is about nature, birds, bees, flowers, and the trees, right? So that was a fitting quote. There's my quote. This is a last little bit of scrapbook paper I had. 2 Tim Holtz butterflies. Again, the nature thing. And this was a delicate piece of tissue paper that I got from my recent Happy Mail, Dragonfly. And then I have my poem down here, and it says, "The earth has its music for those who will listen." So I thought that was very fitting with the topic at hand, or my topic, my more washi tape. This is a piece of washi tape, this little stamp down here. And then this here is another quote that Mama Vaughn had sent to me in text that she got from our friend Norma Branson Limo. Thank you, Norma. And it says, "A woman who walks in purpose does not have to chase people or opportunities. Her light causes people and opportunities to pursue her." So because she sent that to me yesterday, I put it on my page. I thought it was awesome. It has nothing to do with nature, but I loved it. So yeah, I just, little things like that, incorporate it into your work, or incorporate, it doesn't have to be personal. It can be somewhat personal. It can be everything personal, whatever you feel like. If you want to do the 5-book thing, do that too. And then the last thing I put on my page, again, going with the floral thing, these are some cards of the Tim Holtz thing, and I stamped the date on there for that. And then the very last little thing that I'm putting on my pages is, you can barely see it, but it's a little piece of a book page and a page number. It's not going to go in order. I just think it's cool. So, because what we're going to work on today is another page, and it's going to have a totally different page number. I just think that the little page number is cool. So that was my first page. I gotta say, after doing a little bit of doodling and stuff like that, I was okay with it. I think because I didn't try to force myself to write anything personal about myself. And that I like the quote and poem idea. I thought that was kind of cool. And then I can always look back in this book, if I ever need a quote after this book is finished, I'll always have something to refer back to, right? So that's another awesome thing about the way I'm choosing to do it. So, here is a sneak peek of the items that we're going to work with today. And that's another reason why I'm doing videos, is because I want to record my progress, my process, my progress as I proceed forward. I want to have something to look back on for myself. I'm going to usually, or most of the time, I'm probably going to have everything ready to go. So the videos are going to be short. This is going to be the only really long one. And it's not even going to be that long, because I'm going to quickly, I'm going to pause the video here for a second, and then come back to you. But I have all these ready to go, and I'm going to put it all together, and it's going to be another like 10 minutes. But most of the time, I'm just going to come on, I'm going to say hello, and I'm going to have everything ready for the most part, maybe except for some stamping or something, which I may do on today's page. That's the only other additional item that I may incorporate, is maybe some stamping or something. Yeah, so I hope this interests you. If it does, let me know in the comments. A big shout out again to Shelly Allred and Kathy Arbor for really giving me eye candy that pushed me over the edge, and Dede for giving the challenge based on the Lynda Berry books. And I will be right back. I'm going to get something to drink, and then we'll get started on today's page, okay? Okay. Okay, so camera is on. Okay, so here's the stuff. Most of it, like I said, is ready. I already did today's doodle, and I kind of pretty much know where I want yeah, I already did the writing. This is a poem by Jennifer Williamson, and this is a quote by one of our Fribs. And it says, "I live for the concept that art is a living, breathing, ongoing process." The Jersey Crafter. So thank you, Laura. If you're watching this video, thank you. So I'm going to get started really quick. Hopefully make this really, really quick. I'm going to, actually, let me put this, how big is this? Kind of measure my washi tape, so it's going to be 4 in. So I want to put this so where it's going to be like that. Right like that. So I am going to quickly, and I don't care if the paper is raggedy on the sides. I kind of like that. More organic for me that way. Oops, that's okay too. And we'll just, this whole page is going to get some glue somewhere. It's like, what is that? 5 o'clock somewhere, margarita time. I wish it was margarita time here. I mean, it is margarita time, but yeah. Alright, so I am going to put this in right there because I want it. I do. And then I get a little smusher. I get my smusher here. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter if it's stuck all the way either. It's just gluing stuff down. And I'm not really worried about, well, I was going to put this in the back of the book. I have been gluing, if you're working in a book with thin pages, such as a comp book or one like this that has very thin pages, I would suggest gluing 2 together. It does help give some stability. Again, it doesn't have to be fancy, you know. And you can get glue sticks. Now I prefer Yoo-Hoo. That's just because what I prefer. You can get whatever your preference is, or whatever you can afford. Dollar Tree might work. I don't know. I've never used them, but if that's all you can afford to follow along and have some fun and learn something or be creative, go for it. That's all that matters. Okay. So I don't care about wrinkles. Again, this isn't something that's going to be, you know, this is not something you're going to sell or whatever. Yeah. So I'm going to, I'm going to bring this all the way down and all the way up. So we're just going to go for it. Actually, there's something that needs to go there, but so I don't need to go all the way down. Save some of my washi tape. I'm going to put this I say that and then I end up with something there. Anyway, okay. Just gonna put that all the way. Doesn't really matter. Whatever. Where's my scissors? Whatever. It's just a little washi tape, right? And then I'm going to put this. Now this tape is going to go up there. But I'm going to put this on top of that, I think. Yeah. Okay, now this is going to go here. Little birdie. Can you see? I want to make sure you can see. Okay, so this is going to go here. This is meant to be fast. Doesn't need to take a long time. I'm going to put some of this down here actually. That should, oh, I meant to put that one. I meant to put this down further. Ah, darn it. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Can't change gears now. Ah, now it wants to. This is good washi tape. It wants to stick to itself. Don't fret. Okay. Okay. Get that there. Probably not doing this. I love washi tape, but I'm not a pro at it. Whoops. I really wanted that some. Well, that's okay. Okay, cut that off, and then I'll do this. I painted something. I was gonna. Back in the day when I was doing, when I first started inks, I was painting on some of those calendar pages with inks. Way back in the day. Okay, all right, and I like that it's got crooked edges or torn edges. Going to quickly cut this out. I'm not worried about it being too precise. Doesn't need to be for this. Okay. And you know what? I'll probably take off the antennas because I'm not going to worry about them. Again, it's just about the process and getting the stuff on there. You take your time. I want these, for me, I want these to be quick but pretty. I'm not worried about antennas. I can always draw antennas if I want it during the doodle phase, and there really is no time frame, right? I don't want to, yeah, I don't want to fuss about the antennas. I just want to get this down. Okay. I like this glue stick. I got this in my Happy Mail the other day from Zandra. I don't want to cut the words necessarily, but I don't want that going off the page either. So I guess it's going to have to come over just like so. Okay. So far, so good. Okay. Now, this little guy, let me make sure. I'm going to put up some more tape up there. I want this to go over that. So this is what? This is a, what is this? 4? Almost 4. Okay. So let's put this one down. So yeah, sometimes I might write on the pages themselves. Sometimes I might write on pieces of magazine paper that has nice pretty background like this does. The poem I picked kind of matches the background that's going on this on this magazine image, so that's why I kind of chose it. Actually, make sure. Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Yes, it's gonna work, I think. Don't quote me on it. Don't quote me. Get a little bit of that there. Uh-oh, baby's unhappy about something. The baby is not happy. I don't want to cover up the words, but I don't want to be off the page either. Perfecto. Okay, I think. Okay. All right. I'm loving that. Okay. Okay. So I'm happy that I finally found a use for this journal. I love this journal. I love the pages in it. But I'm like, what am I going to use this for? Janet Young here on YouTube inspired us, or I should say enabled us to get this book, this journal, and I love it. But, oh, see, I did go off. That's okay. And I made it, but then I'm like, what am I going to use it for? I kept thinking I could gesso the pages, but I don't do acrylic anymore. And so I was like, I tried to watercolor in it, and it worked. I could do inks in it too, and it worked. But I was like, I'm not really, like, you know, she uses hers for like a calendar, like a planner, you know, and I'm just not a planner girl, you know, and that's not what this process is either. Just so, I mean, you could, you know, so if you're following along, this is not a planner process, but she uses her journal like this. These are called the Beasts, as a planner, and I'm just not a planner girl. I tried to be a planner girl. Not a planner girl. I am not a planner girl. Okay, so that, I like that. So it sat on my desk, and it sat on my desk, and it sat on my desk, and it sat on my desk some more. I'm like, what am I going to use this for? And then finally, this was what its purpose became. And this, oh, that was going to go under there, wasn't it? Can I get it up? Oh, no, I can't get it there. Maybe. Maybe. We get it. I got a little ahead of myself. Maybe I'm going to have to bring it. Take this off now, because I kind of did this. I went around the wrong way. I want this clock on here. I'm trying to think where I want it situated now. Because, yeah, this was going to come down. This was going to come down. But because I didn't move them down, this has got to come down now. I think I want it to be different. Yeah, that can be like that. I don't need this. I don't think. Last time is never found again. Oh, no, I can leave that quote on there. I like that. That's fine. Like this. Like this. Yes, that's fine. Okay. And then this, I'm just going to go in here. Do I still like that? Yeah. I guess that's fine. All right, so let's do that first. What time is it? 40 minutes. Okay. All right. I have to edit this video and get it up. And let's see, I might as well put this, you know what, Put that right there. I don't know. Now. Is that gonna? Oh, it's just gonna fit. The baby is not happy. Are y'all hearing that? That's my grandson has got a good pair of lungs on him. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling y'all, he has got a good pair of lungs on that boy. He does. Okay. All right. All right, that's good enough. I will. Loki, be quiet. You don't need to go out in there and bug them. You need to be in here with Mommy right now. Oh, what is he going on about? I don't know what he's going on about. Okay, let's put Dede on there. Ink pad would be good. Ink pad would be very good.
Then you are not eating. What do you not understand? Okay, well then you're not eating and you don't have to.
Okay. Okay, then I've been taking, or I did with the other one, you know, because I've only done this like twice now. Not that I've been doing it for very long. Maybe. No, I don't want to cover that up. It's going to have to go over here. This is kind of like, I'm using these as tabs. So I've got some extra these, whole bunch of these Tim Holtz cards, and I got a whole bunch of I've got a whole bunch of there. I got a whole bunch of oh, this is not going to fit now. Am I going to be able to get it in there? That's the question. Okay. Yeah, I've been using these as tabs for the pages. Okay, so like that. That's fine. You know what? And I think this one, because it glued it weird, I'm going to go ahead and stick it down. So that way. All right, so then what I will do is finish gluing this a little bit more there. Let's cut this off. And finish gluing this. Okay. My poor sun hands. Get those glued on. Okay. That was probably not the best place for the sun, but that's okay. I don't mind. I just wanted to somewhat stick without coming off. All right, there we go. go, there we go. And then what I'll do is I'll let this dry. Now, let's see. Let's cut this off. Okay. And then what I'll do, oh, see, it's not dry yet. Okay. And then I have extra washi tape here. If I can find the end. To fill in the gaps. Oh, you know what? No, that's fine. There we go. Yeah. Do that one. Really should have put this on before I put the butterfly down, but I didn't. So now I've got to find a way to get it in there, because it's okay. I will. Luckily, I can always glue this back down. There we go. And glue the butterfly back down. Glue this butterfly back down. Okay. Those of you that follow me know that I'm a butterfly lover, so you probably see those in a lot of my pages, not to mention because I have a lot. Okay. And I need to use them. And they're not quite necessarily, I mean, some of them I will, but I just have so many that I have enough to spare. And so I have some for my regular journal pages and some, or my art pages, and some for, you know, that I can spare for this. So I'm not, and then let's see, I have this. Do we want to put this anywhere? I don't think maybe I put enough. I might have to put glitter glue. Some of this stuff, I don't know what it's printed on because it was happy mail to me. So, and if it doesn't want to, adhere down, I may have to put it on with glitter glue. So what I will come back and do now is, let's see, let's get out, let's do some doodling now. I'm not a big doodler either. That's another thing too that I'm hoping that I can not necessarily curb, but you know, kind of work on a little bit. There. Yeah. So I'm going to put little dots here. And again, because I'm not a doodler, there's probably going to be very basic in the beginning. Yeah. But let's jazz it up a little bit, even if they're only dots, right? Dots, and you have harlequins and circles and squares even. Let's see, you could do hearts, you know, it just all depends on your style. I like letters and words and dots and you know, I'm just not a I don't know. I'm definitely weird. Okay, there's that. I think I will do. I like doing this. Loki, be quiet. I'm sorry, the dog. He is in the background driving me nuts. And let me get my pen to work here. We are 50 minutes in. Okay. So I'm gonna do curvy, and then straight, and then harlequin, and then curvy, and then harlequin, and then straight, harlequin, and then curvy, and then just keep it going. Keep the pattern going. As long as you don't forget which one you're on, you should be okay. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so there's that. Let's do, instead of, I did black dots yesterday, let's jazz it up and do some white dots in the, little, and then if I wanted to, I could take my markers. I won't now because I don't have time. This video is already longer and I don't want to keep you. But maybe in some of the other videos I could take the markers and color in the the triangles or whatnot. Yeah. Over here, let's fill this in. Let's pretend that this is, you know what? Actually, let's do it the other way. Let's do it this way. I don't know. I'm just doing squigglies. Let me go let my dog out. Really, Loki? No. That dog, usually he's not in here, but my gate that I had for my door got broken. And I'm not liking that. See, I am not a doodler, just so y'all know. Let's see if we can do something with that, shall we? What should we do? Should we do, what should we do? What should we do? What should we do up there? I don't know what to do to cover it up now. I don't like that. Should I do this? Should I just do this and call it done? Yeah, I'm just going to do this and call it done. Because this video is already, it's 54 minutes. And it doesn't need to be that long. I'm okay with it. It's my page, right? Alright. And I still have to edit this and get it back up for you guys. Alright, so that way we kind of have like, and what I will do is, since we have a little bit of corner right here, I will just fill this in with black. Pen. And call it done. There. Yeah, I'm okay with that. So here is today's page. Really, it's that simple. So I don't know what time I started, so maybe, you know, if you have all your stuff together, sorted and organized, you know, 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day. Make it as elaborate as you want it, you know, or as easy as you want it. It really, it's that simple. And I'm glad that I'm doing it. I'm glad that I finally found the inspiration to do it. So again, Shelly, thank you. Cass, thank you. And Dede, thanks for the challenge. And I will be posting my 2 pages in the, oh, I put the wrong date there. Can you get out? I just realized that. That's not the right date. Y'all didn't tell me that I put the wrong date on here. I am just not. It's all y'all's fault. I'm going to blame y'all. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to post my pages in the on the Instagram. Again, these will also be posted on my Facebook page too. I hope you'll come along with me, join the process. I'd love to see your pages. You know, post them on my Facebook page. Tag me. Yeah. I'll also put these videos on Pinterest, and yeah. I hope to see you guys there. I'm gonna wait for that to dry, and yeah, I will see you guys around. Tomorrow's my live stream. If you can make it, I'll see you there. Bye, everyone. Have a great evening.